Welcome back to the Marlins here on OOTP 26. It is time for the NLCS taking on the Colorado Rockies here in 2029. We have made one change to our roster that we will get into here real quick, and that is that Yuri Perez is replacing Michael King on the postseason roster here. I just decided to go with him simply because on paper, he's got the big stuff. He's got the 3 good pitches. He's got the better control. He's got good BABIP. So on paper, I'm just hoping that he can get like a small sample size, good run going if we need to use him. Whereas Michael King, as we know, has really just fallen off a cliff here. He's up to extreme fly ball. He had a really bad season for us. He did have some decent relief appearances for us down the stretch, but overall, but then I think he had a couple bad appearances, but was decent as like a follower for a bit. But I mean, we saw what happened when we put him in one game last series. It did not go well, so he's off the roster here. Now we're going with Perez, and we decided to go with Perez instead of Enriquez, simply because Perez has a little bit better stamina. He's got better control, and that's really what it came down to. We could have went with Enriquez, but we decided to go with Perez. I still, Henriquez will probably still be a part of our team next season unless he's slotted to make a huge pay increase. I don't believe he is, but at least for now, we are going with Yuri Perez in that last spot in our bullpen. The rest of the team will remain unchanged, and then we're also keeping Morlando. I thought about possibly taking Morlando off of the postseason roster. I'm even still just talking it out loud. I'm like, maybe we should. But I think we are going to keep sticking with him and give him at least another series here. And if we advance and he still stinks, then I would probably take him off the roster and bring on Peyton Eales. But for now, we're going to keep Morlando on the roster and at least give him 1 or 2 more starts here before we're like, hey man, we're going to put somebody else in that spot. But it is now time to look at this Colorado Rockies team that won the NL West. Last episode, I said I do not remember the last time they made the championship series. I thought it might have been the year that they made it to the World Series and then lost to the Red Sox in 2007. I believe it was. And that was the year that they last made it. That was the only season in their entire history that they have made it to the championship series. Now, the second time in franchise history, they are back. From 2007 and then all the way up to 2029 was how long it took them to get there again. But you are going to see some names on this team that are pretty damn good. Take a look at what they did in the regular season here. Winning the NL West, obviously, the Dodgers have kind of fallen off, but this team is no slouch. They are very good. 4th in runs scored, the most hits in the National League, 2nd extra base hits. They hit for a really good average. They slugged really well. They have a good OPS. They have a good WAR, a good WOBA. Really good hitting team. And then they're even solid with the pitching. 6th in runs allowed, 4th in ERA total, 10th in starters, but 2nd in the bullpen, 3rd in WAR, 2nd in hits, 2nd in opponent's average, only 2nd in BABIP at this huge field they play at. And then top 5 in allowing home runs and also walks. They don't strike out anybody, and they play really good defense. So the Rockies, really solid team here, kind of, how I would try to build the Rockies, it seems like. So let's go ahead and take a look at this pitching staff that has managed to put together such a good season for them. You'll see here, they've got a 3-headed monster in their rotation, or honestly, even Jackson Cox was really good for them. But Eugenio Herrera here from Venezuela is their ace. Back-to-back really, really good seasons for them. I mean, this guy's incredible. High control guy. He throws a bad screwball, but he's got a really good slider changeup mix. I mean, just a really, really good pitcher for them. And you don't want fly ball guys in Colorado, and usually the Rockies will just load up on fly ball guys in the sim. But it looks like they're in this sim they're not. They're actually team building quite well here. They got this guy, high control, decent stuff there. Logan Gilbert's another high control guy who they picked up from the Mariners in the 2028 offseason. This past offseason, after a couple down, or a down year this past year with the Seattle Mariners, and now, boom, huge bounce back here in Colorado. I mean, that's quite a shift. You go from the best pitching ballpark in Seattle to Colorado, and you have a huge bounce back season. I mean, talk about sticking it to the haters. Could you even imagine what the dumbasses on Twitter would have been saying? What these absolute morons would have been typing into Chat GPT to say about him? I mean, just incredible stuff to come here in Colorado and put up the season he has. Brant Herter, even, the lefty, another ground baller, high control guy, put together a solid season. It looks like they got him from Detroit at the deadline. So Detroit, even a playoff team, traded a pitcher at the deadline, and he has a couple of years left in his contract here, but they traded him. And Colorado, he's been good there, and in Detroit, the FIP's been incredible here in 10 starts in Colorado. He is a part of their bullpen here in the postseason, but effective nonetheless. Steven Matz was okay for them. Walker Buehler was okay for them, and then Jackson Cox had a pretty good season as well. So just you don't see any like fly ball guys here. A lot of high control ground ball guys, which is what you want in Colorado, and they've done well. So yeah, DL Hall, first fly ball guy we've seen, is in their bullpen now, 31 years old. That's kind of crazy to think about. Sean Jelly, the 6'11" man from the University of Kentucky. Shout out, by the way, I forget his name, but Oregon they got eliminated. They lost their first 2 games. Brutal call on the home plate slide, by the way. Home plate play, I guess you could say. They got shafted on that in the regionals, but in their own regional, I should say. And they were hosting in Eugene, but they had a guy who's 6'11" and was like 90% legs and looks like Sean Jelly. So I was like, my God, this guy is massive. That just made me think of that. So Sean Jelly in their bullpen. Aaron Bummer is their closer, the veteran. Cade Smith is on this team, still putting together decent seasons. And then some other guys like Cade, I don't know who this guy, Cade Stroud is. Gus Varland, who I know in real life is this the thing I'm thinking of? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not the guy I'm thinking of. It's Louis Varland is who I'm thinking. Louis Varland is the guy who's like barking all the time for the Twins. I don't know if they're brothers or not, but Louis Varland is who I'm thinking of. That's always barking. This is a different guy. And then on the hitting side of things here in Milwaukee, they've got Ezekiel Tovar with the 4 WAR there. Not a great bat for them, but still 38 doubles. But that is fueled by Coors. But he has an 18.66 ZR at shortstop. One of the best defenders in Major League Baseball. Charlie Condon, the Georgia man, their first round pick in 2024, 3rd overall. Huge power on him, and he put up a 30 home run, 38 double season for the Rockies this year. Drew Romo, another really good glove-first player, but he's no slouch at the plate either. Very, very good catcher to have. Solid catcher offensively. Switch hitter. Really, really good defensively. He's a captain. I mean, like the exact kind of guy you want to just like give like a 15-year contract to. Like he is the catcher you want. And he has been in this game for quite a few years now. Kind of like putting up a Seth Beer run, if you will, but like as a defensive catcher sort of guy. Sheng-Shei Sheng, probably just butchered that. Back-to-back 3 WAR seasons, mainly defensively, but putting together some very good defensive seasons at second base for the Colorado Rockies. Caden Bodine is their backup catcher, so they've got really good catcher tandem here in Colorado. Shout out Coastal Carolina. Luis Robert Jr. is their left fielder. Remember, he signed there this offseason. Not the best season, but, he's in the playoffs. Amador's on their bench. Arquette, the guy who's going to go first round this year in real life out of Oregon State, is on this team. Not exactly the best player for them, but he is on the team. Ronnie Mauricio's playing third base for them. Not putting together a great season for them. But he is on the roster. Brenton Doyle, really, really not good year. His bat has totally fallen off a cliff. Still putting together like generational defender in center field, which is what you need in Colorado. It's very similar to Miami, even more so, where you need like 3 center fielders in all the outfield positions. And Brenton Doyle is the best of the bunch defensively, but the bat is just brutal. And then they got Andy Pages on their bench and Heston Kjerstad playing left field. This is not what you want in left field if you're Colorado. They got him a minor league signing after the Braves cut him. And he's been even worse in Colorado. A negative WAR, a 33 WRC plus. He has a, just horrible, horrible player Heston Kjerstad has turned into here. But now it is time for Game 1. We are going to have Zach Wheeler going against Herrera. I would say I would give this a tie, to be honest, with how good Herrera's been for them this season. Even with Zach Wheeler's performance in the wildcard round, or the DS for us, I would give this a tie, to be honest. But according to the game, they have the edge at catcher. Sure, I'll give that to them. They have the edge at first base. Sure, I'll give that to them. And they have the edge at shortstop. Once again, I will give that to them. But then we definitely have the edge in all the other positions. So we'll see how it goes here. They are a very good team with how they perform this season. They just handled the Cubs very handedly in the NLDS. So let's get into it. Wheeler versus Herrera, Game 1 in Miami. Let's get into it. Lone Depot Park, top 1. Nothing going for the Rockies. And nothing going for our offense. And they have Ezekiel Tovar on second base here with 1 out. And Drew Romo at the dish. So 1 down. And we're going to just pitch to him. First pitch swinging. Romo going against the shift down the left field line into the corner. And that's going to be a RBI double for Drew Romo, and the Rockies strike first in this game. 1-0 here, top 2. Brings up Heston Kjerstad, 3-1 count to him. Pops it up the center field. That'll be 2 down. As Romo stays put at second base, brings up Luis Robert Jr., the former Fish, and he goes down swinging. So the Rockies do strike first, but it is only 1-0. Move things on bottom 2. We do nothing offensively. Brenton Doyle is on second base, folks, because of course we're letting this guy get on base. So Chang is at the dish. Full count to him. Strike 3. That's 1 down. Doyle still on second. Brings up Benny Montgomery. Ground ball at the shortstop. Acosta makes the play. 2 down. Doyle moves up to third base. Brings up Charlie Condon. Full count to him. Ball 4. Runners on the corners. 2 outs for Tovar. 2-2 count, or 2-0 count rather. And he grounds out the shortstop. So still 1-0. Move things on bottom 3. Wilfredo Lara's on third base after a triple, I'd imagine. Yes, Dylan Head singles, and then Lara triples him in with the next batter. So it's a 1-1 tie ball game here. We have a runner on third with 2 outs for Brooks Lee. First pitch swinging, slices it to third base, but that will be the 3rd out of the inning. We do tie it up, though. Move things on top 4, all tied up at 1. And they do nothing. We do nothing. They have a runner on second with 2 outs. Benny Montgomery at the dish. And he grounds out to Brooks Lee for out number 3. So we move things on bottom half of the inning. The offense does nothing. And then Tovar's on second base with 1 out. With Arquette at the dish. 0-2 count to him. Strike 3. That's 2 down. Brings up Drew Romo. 2-2 count. As that's going to be popped up into center field. Head will make the play for out number 3. We move things on to the bottom half of the 6th. And we have Davison De Los Santos on second and a 2-1 lead. What happened? So Head grounds out, Lara strikes out looking, Brooks Lee draws a walk, and then De Los Santos doubles and drives him in as the Fish take a 2-1 lead here in the 6th. And Vargas steps into the batter's box with a runner on second, 2 outs. And that's going to bloop in front of the center fielder. De Los Santos will round third and head home. It's a 3-1 lead now here for the Marlins. Some 2-out hitting there from Vargas brings up Jarren Duran. Vargas is thinking about stealing, but deciding not to go. Jarren Duran then swings at strike 3, but we do have a 3-1 lead heading into the 7th. And Wheeler works a scoreless frame. So bottom 7 now. Boom. First and second. Nobody out for Max Acosta. This is prime bunt situation here. Lays down a bunt first base side. That moves up both runners. Beautifully executed. So second and third now, one down against DL Hall, who came in the game this inning. And it's lefty-lefty Dylan Head against DL Hall. We're swinging away, baby. 1-0 count. And he pops it up to the infield. Nothing going in that AB, so now it's 2 down. Brings up Wilfredo Lara. 0-2 count. Strikes out swinging. So we strand 2 in scoring position. Lead remains 3-1. Wheeler's at 105 pitches. It's top of the order. We're not going to get fancy with it. We're just going to go with Jacob Miller, who's on fire. We're going to bring him in the game. Works a scoreless frame. Move things on. Bottom 8. We do nothing offensively. Now we're bringing in Emmanuel Clase for the close in a 3-1 game. And he closes it out. Emmanuel Clase gets us the Game 1 win as we take it 3-1. Zach Wheeler goes 7. Strong only gives up 1 run, strikes at 6. Miller gives us a scoreless frame. Clase closes out the game in the 9th. And then, Vargas had 2 hits. De Los Santos doubled. Lara tripled. Really good all-around performance for the Fish as we take Game 1 and 1-0 in the series. Now it's time for Game 2 here at Lone Depot Park. Hurst and Waldrop on the bump for us. They have Logan Gilbert going, who won the World Series with the Mariners in 2025. And we are ready to get things going here. Top 1. And Waldrop's in some trouble here. First and second, 1 out for Tovar. We're going to pitch to contact. Full count. And Tovar pops it up into the infield. That'll be 2 down as Brooks Lee makes the play. Now it brings up Arquette. Full count to him. Struck out swinging. So 2 are stranded here for the Rockies. Move things on to the bottom of the first. And Logan Gilbert pitches a scoreless frame. So does Waldrop. Jaron Duran's on second base with 2 outs for Ramirez. 1-2 count. And he pops it up into the infield. That'll be another scoreless frame. As we will move things on to the third. Scoreless frame for Waldrop. Gilbert in some trouble at second and third, but 2 outs for Brooks Lee. Take a pitch. That's in there for a strike. And then he grounds the 0-1 left side, but fielded by the third baseman Arquette. And nothing will be going for the Fish. So move things on to the fourth now. Waldrop in the situation that Gilbert was just in, but now it's nobody out. So Arquette's at the dish, Tovar's on second, Condon's on third, first base is open, and we are going to pitch around Arquette. 1-2 count, struck him out. That's 1 down. Now we're going to walk Drew Romo to load the bases, set up the force at every bag, and we are going to pitch to contact to Andy Pages here. 0-2 count, ground ball, 6-4-3 perhaps. Yeah, it was too slow of a roller, so they do get 1 on the fielder's choice there. So 2 down, 1-0 Rockies lead. Luis Robert Jr., facing his former team, goes down swinging, so the Rockies do only get 1 in that inning. So bottom 4 here. We do nothing offensively as Gilbert works another scoreless frame. Waldrop works a scoreless frame in return. So bottom 5. And the Fish have a runner on second base with 1 out for Dylan Head. 3-1 count. Ground ball right at the first baseman. Does move up a coast to the third base, but Head is retired for the second out of the inning. Brings up Wilfredo Lara. First pitch swinging. Takes it to center field, but that will be caught for out number 3 as we move things on to the 6th. And the Rockies still lead this one 1-0. Waldrop gives up a home run or something. A solo home run to Arquette makes it a 2-0 Rockies lead. Gets at it from there, though, so now bottom 6. We do nothing offensively. Waldrop's at 89 pitches. It's 8-9 coming up, though, so we're going to go batter by batter here. 2-2 to Robert. Ground ball to Acosta. That's out number 1. Easy play for him. Brings up Doyle. This should be an easy out. And he just pops it up the right field. Vargas puts it away for out number 2. And now it is Chang. First pitch swinging. Ground ball right side. That gets through for a base knock. Don't love that. Now it's Montgomery. We're going to go after him. 2-2 count. Struck him out. And now next inning, we'll bring in somebody from the bullpen to face 2-3-4. Or 3-4-5, rather. As we move things on to the bottom of the 7th, we have Duran, Ramirez, and Orlando up. We'll go by batter here. So Duran, 2-2 count, goes down swinging. Brings up Ramirez, full count. Goes down looking, and now it's Orlando, who is still not done. He has 1 hit in the postseason here. And we are going to pinch hit Nicholas Partridge. 0-1 count. And slow roller to second base. 1-2-3 go the fish. Move things on to the 8th, where we will bring on Kachanowicz. Kachanowicz comes on, the ground baller, against Condon, Tovar, and Arquette. And he works a scoreless frame. Aaron Bummer comes on looking for the 2-inning save for Colorado. It's Acosta head and Laura due up. And I think we are going to bring on Camilo Diaz to pinch hit here. The righty bat against the lefty Aaron Bummer. 0-2 count, don't love that. And he goes down swinging. So 1 down, brings up Dylan Head, who, yeah, no, we're just going to swing away with him. And he goes down swinging as well. That's 2 down, brings up Lara. 2-2 count to him. And he keeps the inning alive. So now the go-ahead, or the tying run, is at the dish in the stance of Brooks Lee. So Lara's on first. We'll just swing away here. As Brooks Lee goes down swinging on an 0-2. Horrible AB. And now we need to make defensive changes here. And I think we're just going to move around some dude. We're going to put Brooks Lee at short here for the last inning. We're going to put Lara at second, and Diaz will play third. And that'll be the defensive alignment here for the top of the 9th, where Kachanowicz will stay on. And he'll work a scoreless frame. Move things on bottom 9. And we have De Los Santos, Vargas, and Duran coming up. That is a hell of a tandem, or a hell of a trio you want coming up here. Down 2, bottom 9, backs against the wall. Not backs against the wall, because it's game 2 and we're up 1-0. But let's just swing away with De Los Santos here. 0-2 count, don't love that. He goes down swinging. Now it's Vargas. Take a pitch. That's a ball. Keep taking pitches till you get a strike. Now we're going to swing away. 2-0 count. Now it's a full count. And then Vargas crushes it. Right field. That baby is gone. Cuts the lead in half. It's a 2-1 ball game as Vargas delivers with an Apo Taco. 2-1 ball game here. Jarren Duran steps in the batter's box. Lefty-lefty situation. He's going to take a pitch. That's a ball. Take another pitch. That's another ball. Now you swing away, a full count. And he pops it up. Second baseman Chang makes the play. Brings up Ramirez. The big bopper catcher. In there for a strike on first pitch. 1-1 now. Crushed to deep center. Oh no! Caught at the wall by Brenton Doyle as they have tied up the series at 1 game apiece here. Ramirez almost ties it up there at the end, but dies out right at the wall as the Rockies take game 2. All right, folks, it's time for game 3 here in Denver as the series moves to Colorado here at Coors Field. Jackson Cox on the bump for us, or for them rather, and Dustin May on the bump for us. We also made one change to the lineup, and that is that Yanquiel Fernandez is DHing today instead of PJ Morlando. We're giving him a shot back in the lineup like it was for most of the season. And here we are, top one. Nothing going for our offense. And then Chang leads things off with a double for them. 2-2 count to Benny Montgomery here. He goes down swinging. Brings up Charlie Condon, who grounds one to second base. Brooks Lee makes the play. That's 2 down. Chang moves up to third base. Brings up Tovar, who is first pitch swinging. And he grounds one through the right side of the infield as the Rockies strike first in this game, 1-0. And Dustin May hurt his back again, even though he fully healed from that, and now he's just hurt again. Fantastic. So now we immediately have to make a pitching change, and we are going to go to Christian Scott. We're doing it. Or no. We do not have a day off, so we are not going to go to Christian Scott. We're going to go with Drew Rasmussen. He was a starter for us in the season. Drew Rasmussen's going to come in the game as a follower? Yes. Drew Rasmussen as a follower, and we return to the game. Boom. So he's in the game here, and gets us out of the inning. So top 2 now. Jarren Duran's on second base, 1 out. Agustin Ramirez, 0-2 counts, goes down swinging. Brings up Yanquiel Fernandez. And he skies one into left field. 3 down. Nothing going for the Fish. Move things on bottom 2. Rasmussen works a scoreless frame. Wilfredo Lara is now on third base here with 2 outs in the top of the third. Down 1. Brooks Lee in the batter's box. He'll take a pitch. Take another pitch. 1-1 count. As he takes it to center field and nothing going for the Fish. Move things on bottom of the third. Rasmussen 1 down and Chang is on second base. Benny Montgomery, 0-2 count. Grounds it up the middle, and that'll score Chang for a 2-0 lead. Looked like you could have easily just gotten the guy at second base there, but instead they threw home. But of course, what happens on the field isn't what happens in the game, because why would it? So back to just 1 down, runner on second. Charlie Condon's up now. And he spits on ball 4. So runners are first and second here, 1 out. Pitch to contact, please. 2-0 to Tovar, who crushes it to dead center field. And that is out of here. 3-run blast, 437 to dead center, and the Rockies lead 5-0 here in this game. That's not what you want, folks. And Rasmussen still can't get out of it as Arquette's on second. They're going to try stealing, and they successfully steal third. So now runner on third here, and Pages is going to strike out. But the Rockies do tack on 4 in the inning to make it a 5-0 lead. As the Fish offense needs to get going here. We're just going to half it here for the rest of the game for the Fish offense. Nothing there. Rasmussen works a scoreless frame. Nothing there. Rasmussen 2 out, runner on second. Arquette ground ball somehow is not fielded, and then they score another one. Once again, the animation looks like the guy is right fucking there, playing it perfectly, but apparently no. So it's a 6-0 game now. We're going to go to the bullpen once again. Yuri Perez is going to come in just to get some work. And gives up another base runner, so first and second, 2 outs for Pages. Off the end of the bat here, and De Los Santos makes the play. But the Rockies do make it a 6-0 lead now, move things on top of the 6th. I said I was going to do halves, and we do nothing. So we knew we got 2 on, and we do nothing with it. Awesome. So now bottom 6. Awesome. He gets at it from there, though. Now top 7. We do nothing offensively. He gives up a home run. Gives up more. Our pitcher is fatigued. Awesome. Well, he's going to get through this batter at least, I'll tell you that much. Is that gone? It is indeed. It's gone. 3-run blast. Luis Robert Jr. It's a 10-0 game. All right, so the game is finally over. 10-2 is your final, as we finally did something in the ninth inning. I believe it was like a 2-run home run. Yeah, it was a 2-run home run from Duran in the ninth inning. That was our only run. He had 3 hits on the day, too. But the Rockies just pounded us here in Colorado. Eight innings goes Jackson Cox, 8 scoreless. And Dustin May gets hurt, throws the whole thing out of whack. Rasmussen did not pitch well. Yuri Perez proves why he was in AAA to end the season. And then Peyton Martin ends the game out, as we are now down 2-1 to Colorado. All right, folks, it is game 4 here in Colorado. We have made some changes to the lineup here. You can see Jarren Duran is leading off in left field. Lara's playing second base, Brooks Lee's playing shortstop, and then Camilo Diaz is at third. Acosta's out of the lineup today, Partridge is DHing, and Palma is catching. So a lot of changes to the team here. We're just trying to get something going offensively here, and just hoping it works. They have Walker Buehler on the bump today. We have Christian Scott. Game 4, down 2-1. Let's get into it here. Jarren Duran immediately on second base here to lead things off. Wilfredo Lara, 2-0 count. Well hit to left field, but caught by Benny Montgomery, who I believe is from New York, isn't he? Pennsylvania. Was he from a New York high school? Why did I think it was from New York? Damn it. But top one still, obviously. Brooks Lee, 1-1 count. He pops it up to the left side of the infield. 2 down. Now it's Davison De Los Santos. Ground ball up the middle. Duran is going to round third, head home, and he will score. RBI single for De Los Santos makes it a 1-0 Marlins lead. He moves it to second on the throw. And now it brings up a Shedry Vargas, 2-1 count, who crushes one to left field, but it will be caught by Montgomery. So move things on to the bottom half of the inning after we strike first to get on the board in the top half. So Christian Scott here gives up a home run leadoff to Chang, who has killed us this series, and then gets out of it from there. So top 2 now tied at 1. We do nothing. They have a runner on second with 2 outs and an 0-2 count to Roberts. 1-2 count to Roberts. He grounds out to De Los Santos, who makes a diving play. And there's an error on the exchange. Or not the exchange, but I guess the error on Scott. So I guess the pitcher just flat out missed it. That's just awesome. So now it's their worst hitter coming up, and knowing our luck, he's going to hit a 3-run home run right here. 2-2 count to him. Thankfully, goes down looking. So still 1-1, top 3. We do nothing offensively. They have a runner on third with 1 out for Charlie Condon. 0-2 count to him. Skies it to the infield. That'll be 2 down as De Los Santos makes the play. As now it is Ezequiel Tovar, who grounds to Brooks Lee. He makes the play at shortstop, and that's 3 down. So 1-1 still, move things on top 4. And we do nothing offensively. So do they. Here we go, first and second, 1 out for Camilo Diaz, as he pokes it out to right field for out number 2. Still first and second, now 2 outs for Jarren Duran. And he grounds one to the right side of the infield. 3 down. So on to the bottom half of the inning. Christian Scott works a scoreless frame. It's top 6. And we tack on 2. Somehow, Brooks Lee draws a walk, and then Davison De Los Santos hits a 2-run blast and we are now in front 3-1 here in the 6th. And we're still cooking here. First and second, 1 out for Miguel Palma. The catcher works a full count. Takes it to center field, but that will be 2 down as the pop fly. Caught by Doyle. Brings up Partridge. And he's just going to swing away. New pitcher as well, and Sean Jelly, the 6'11", University of Kentucky man. And Nicholas Partridge delivers. Bloops one into right field. That's going to score another run. It's a 4-1 ball game. We have first and second once again with 2 outs. Brings up Diaz. And he looks at strike 3, but we do tack on 3 in the inning. So bottom 6 here. Scott finds himself in some trouble here. 1 out. Condon on second. Tovar at first. Or Tovar at the plate, rather. And Tovar absolutely crushes one to left field. 2-run blast. Jesus Christ. He now has 5 home runs and 11 ribbies here for the Rockies. And we thought he was a glove guy going. I mean, he is a glove guy. He did not have a good offensive season, but he's having a great playoffs. As it's now a 4-3 ball game. And Christian Scott is going to come out of the game for Jacob Miller, who also finds himself in some trouble. 2 outs, runners on the corners for Luis Robert Jr. They're trying to steal second, and they have done so. 2-2 here with first base open. Ground ball to Brooks Lee, who makes the play. Good. We keep the lead. Top 7 now. Steven Matz comes on. We do nothing offensively. They do nothing offensively. We do nothing offensively. Now it's the 8th. We are going to bring it's righty. We're going to bring on Kachanowicz. He works a scoreless frame. It's top 9. We do nothing. And now it's time for Clase with a 1-run lead here facing 6, 7, 8. And he gives up the tying run, and now they have a man in scoring position. What the fuck just happened? Romo flies out, Amador walks, and Bodine doubles in Amador. So it's a tie game here, bottom 9, as Emmanuel Clase blows the lead. Brenton Doyle's up. As he basically pops up what looked like a bunt, but it wasn't actually a bunt, so that's 2 down. And now it's Chang who has killed us. We're going to pitch around him. Game over. Game over, folks. Maybe I should have walked him. 3-1 lead for Colorado in the series. I mean, the offense really didn't perform any better. It's just we had a big home run from De Los Santos, and like Diaz was hitless, Palma was hitless, Lee was hitless again, Lara was hitless. Like all the guys we brought in, like Palma, Partridge, and Diaz. Only Partridge had that RBI bloop shot. Wasn't anything like, it's one of those at-bats where you're like, oh, he had an RBI, but it was like, exit velo of like 77, blooped in, not repeatable, not something where you're like, oh, that's a guy who's actually had a good AB. It's just very lucky. So, just brutal. We're down, backs against the wall here as we have one more game in Colorado, and hopefully we can force it back to Miami. All right, it is Game 5. We are down 3-1. It's back against the wall. We're playing this one game at a time here. It's top 1. They have Herrera going, their ace. We have Zach Wheeler going. He's been our number 1, especially during this postseason. And then we've made a couple changes to the lineup once again. Ramirez is hitting third. Lee drops down. We're doing the Diaz at third thing, Lee at short, and Lara at second. Ramirez, like I said, Ramirez and Lee switch spots in the order. Duran's leading off again, and then Morlando, we've gone full circle now, and we are back to Morlando at DH, hoping that he can just provide some pop or something, because Nothing else is working. We need something. We need a goddamn miracle here. Down 3-1. What you got for us? Nothing offensively. And of course, Chang's on first base. Charlie Condon struck him out. 2 down, brings up Tovar. Honestly, just walk. Just take first base. We pitch around Arquette. And that gets through. And that gets through. So now they tack on a run. Now they have 2 in scoring position. Drew Romo comes up. And he grounds out the second base. So the Rockies take a 1-0 lead here in the first inning, applying pressure early like they've done this whole series. So top 2, we do nothing offensively. Wheeler in trouble. First and second, nobody out. Brenton Doyle struck him out. Chang rips one over the first baseman's leaping glove. And that's going to score at least 1. Yes, RBI single, it's 2-0. Now it's Benny Montgomery up. And they had hit him like 130 or whatever, just hit a 3-run blast. Well, I think this might be the team of destiny, folks. I don't think we have a chance. It's 5-0 Rockies here in the second inning. Against Zach Wheeler, who has done what this postseason? He's just been nothing but outstanding. He's had 3 starts, 16 innings, and I don't think he's given up a run until this game. 0.96 ERA, I mean, come on. What are we doing here? Gets out of it from there. Is the offense going to do fucking anything? No. And then they tack on 2 more. And then he gets out of from there. And then we do nothing, and now we just got to go to the bullpen, and we're gonna bring in Bobby Miller. Yes, Bobby Miller comes in. Immediately, Condon's on second base. They tack on 2 more. We do nothing offensively. They get 2 on. He's fatigued. It's 11-0. Congrats. You got out of the inning. Congrats. Boom. We tack on 3. Oh, I don't even care what happened. We're just bringing in another pitcher here. We're going to bring in Peyton Martin. He comes in the game. They get a base runner. Gets at it from there. We tack on 1 more. Woo! 2 more. Oh my god, dude. I mean, like... Can we pitch to contact, get a double play? Get a triple play here. Why not? Ah, no, just give up a ripper in the gap again. Cool stuff. That's a National League playoff game record with 5 hits for Arquette. Jesus Christ. Let's just half it. Why not? Our pitcher's fatigued. They have 16 runs. He hasn't recorded it out. Oh my god, man. Finally, we get out of the inning. Top 9. Do we score 10 runs? Oh, we scored 2. We scored 8 runs and still get blown the fuck out. So the Colorado Rockies move on to the World Series for the first time since 2007 when they lost to the Boston Red Sox. And this game, I mean, just Arquette 5 hits, Condon 2 hits, Montgomery 2 hits, Chang 2 hits, 2 hits for Pages, 3 hits for Robert. I mean, Montgomery homered, Robert homered, Pages homered, Chang doubled, Condon doubled, Arquette doubled. Arquette doubled twice. Montgomery doubled. I mean, just 7 runs from Wheeler, 4 runs from Miller, 2 for Martin, 3 for Kachanowicz. I mean, it did not matter. Just nobody could get them out. They pounded us. And the World Series is set. It is the Colorado Rockies taking on the Cleveland Guardians. I don't believe the Guardians have won in this universe, have they? They have not. So they are still looking for their first World Series since 1948. And then the Rockies are looking for their first in franchise history. Well, there you have it, folks. The season is over. A score of 722. But what we were here to look at is the postseason, which is in here. The Colorado Rockies, team of destiny, like I said when they were just pounding us. They beat the Cleveland Guardians, and they win their first World Series in franchise history. It took them a long-ass time, but they did it. 1993 first year. They've made the playoffs 7 times in their history. 2 of them are in this universe in back-to-back seasons, so only 5 times in real-life history. And going from 2007 was the last time they made the World Series, the last time they even made the Championship Series, and then they do it this year in 2029, and then they go the whole way in 2027, losing to the Red Sox. This year, beating the Guardians. And the Colorado Rockies are on top of the world in a universe where Charlie Monfort is still ahead of the Colorado Rockies.